Hey guys, today we're making shrimp in a garlic sauce or camarones al ajillo. So I'm going to be using shrimp, garlic, cilantro, butter, oil, some wine, and some dry seasoning, plus a squeeze of lime. We're going to start off by adding some butter to the pan. So I'm using about 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'm using some olive oil. Now I'm going to add the garlic, and I'm going to start making the butter sauce. So I'm going to put the garlic in, let that cook down a little bit, and then I'm going to start adding the rest of the ingredients little by little. Oh, I forgot to mention that I use 5 cloves of garlic, but you can use whatever amount of garlic you want to use. Now I'm going to add the dry seasoning. Now the dry seasoning, you can add that directly into the butter, or you have an option to just add it to the shrimp itself before you add the shrimp into the pan. So it's up to you. This is a very quick dish, and it takes only a few minutes to make this. So you'll be in and out of the kitchen in no time. Now we're going to add the shrimp, and we're going to let that cook down for about 5 minutes. And we're going to add the parsley, wine, and we're going to squeeze some lime on it, and we'll be finished. I'm adding some cilantro, but a lot of people don't like the taste of cilantro, so you don't have to add it. You can use parsley instead. This dish is almost finished. All I have to do now is to add some wine. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of wine, white wine, and you can add whatever kind of wine you want to add, any drinking wine, but I'm using cooking wine. And I'm going to also add a squeeze of lime. I'm using only 1/2 of a lime, not the whole thing. This is the wine that I'm using. I'm using a dry white cooking wine. You can use any brand that you want, or you can use a drinking wine if you prefer. This is about a 1/4 cup of wine. I'm just eyeballing it because I'm so used to not measuring things. But if I had to say the amount that I think it is, I think it might be about a 1/4 cup of wine. Sorry if I'm not accurate, but you have to just play around with it and see what you need to do to adjust the flavors. So now I'm just adding some lime juice. You can also change this up and use lemon juice if you want to. It doesn't really matter. So right now what I'm doing is I'm making my butter sauce. The more you add to it, the more sauce you're going to have. The less you add, the less sauce you're going to have. I'm going to cover it for a few minutes and just let it cook down a little bit. And basically we're finished. I'm going to remove the shrimp from the pan, and I'm going to put it in a bowl, a separate bowl. And I'm going to thicken up the sauce. If you prefer your sauce a little thicker, you can add cornstarch to it. But you can't add the cornstarch directly into the butter because it'll clump up. So what you have to do is prepare a slurry, which is at least 2 to 3 teaspoons of cornstarch in a little cup. Add some water to it, stir it up, and then pour it into the butter. Over here I have some pasta cooking, and I also have some rice cooking in my rice cooker. So now I'm going to pour all this deliciousness over the shrimps, and I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes before I plate it. So I'm making 2 plates. One plate is going to be with rice, and the other plate is going to be with pasta. So I have some rice here that I'm going to put in the center, and I'm going to just add the shrimps around it. And I also made a avocado salad and tomato salad, so I'm going to pair that with that. And the other dish is just going to be pasta and shrimps. I'm going to make the side salad, and I'm using tomatoes and avocado and an onion. So basically that's this plate, and the other plate is just pasta. Well guys, this is my finished shrimp and garlic sauce, or my camarones ajillo. And this dish right here I think it took me about 20 minutes to make everything. The rice was in a rice cooker, so that took about, I want to say 15 minutes. So while I was preparing the shrimps, the rice was cooking and the pasta was cooking. So everything took me, I'm going to say 30 minutes total, because I had to chop the vegetables and everything up. So about 30 minutes this whole meal took. So now the pasta, I'm just going to add the shrimp on top, and I'm going to pour the sauce over it and leave it as simple as that. And I'm just going to add a side salad to it, and lunch is served. So I'm going to add some sauce to the shrimps. I think instead of using my spoon, I'm just going to pour the sauce that I have left over in a pan. Well guys, thank you for taking the time out to watch me make this video. It's been a pleasure. I had a ball making it, but I'm going to have more fun eating it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.